William Hill sponsors Seconds Out.
Radio Raheem with Manny Robles, the man who will run the corner on Saturday night for Andy Ruiz, who faces Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden. There is no bigger stage or no bigger challenge for a fighter with a month or so notice. You gotta talk to me about what it's like taking on a fight of this magnitude in this situation.
It's the biggest fight in boxing, and we're fighting for all the marbles, the heavyweight championship of the world. It couldn't get any better than that for us. So it's great.
Well, I mean, there could be better conditions. You could have time for a full camp. You could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but as I said before, we had a 10-week camp prior to the Dimitrenko fight, and so everything has just been put in place one way or another. I think it favors us somehow, some way, having a 10-week camp and then having a fight Dimitrenko. You can see that as a tune-up fight coming into the Joshua fight. And obviously we got, Andy didn't have a whole lot of time off, so he came back into the gym in pretty good shape. So we're just following on from that camp, that fight, leading on to this one.
It's no secret that Andy's a huge underdog in this fight. You as a trainer, it's your responsibility to shorten that gap and maybe overcome whatever issues he might have. Was there anything in particular that you needed to work on right at the outset? Is there anything that you saw as the big hurdle to clear?
Yeah, well, that's just the thing. There wasn't anything to overcome, really. It was a relatively easy fight for Andy in the last fight with Dimitrenko. Got a good 5 rounds in there and got the cobwebs out the way. And we fought a taller fighter than Joshua. Obviously, not the same fighter, not the same. Stylistically, maybe there were some similarities. Dimitrenko had a pretty good jab, just as Joshua does. So again, as I said, I feel that the fight couldn't have come at a better time because there aren't any excuses. We had a short camp, but if you put everything together, it really wasn't. It's really been a 15-week camp, if you will, with a tune-up fight in between. So that's the way I see it. You know what I mean? We got to be pretty positive and keep it positive. And look at the entire situation for what it is, and this is a hell of an opportunity. You can't, if the situation was different, where he wasn't in the gym or he wasn't training, and then obviously we get a 5-week notice, then it'd be different. But that's not the case because he just got off a fight.
In any fight, size is always something that can be made an issue of when there's a differential between the two that's significant. Josh was a huge guy, much different build.
Absolutely.
Are there advantages, though, to a shorter fighter of Ruiz's build that people are overlooking?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are overlooking Andy, but everyone Andy's fought has been bigger than Andy, really. He's been taller, more physical, if you will. But Andy's an expert on getting on the inside, and obviously Joshua I don't think Joshua has ever fought anybody with the likes of Andy, so Joshua's fight will be to keep Andy in the outside. It's no secret. It'll be to keep Andy on the outside, and Joe would get on the inside, and Chop would get on the inside and wear that body down, and it's going to be tough, but it's not impossible, for definite.
You talk about tough versus impossible. If a fighter were to listen to critics, especially in this situation, he could easily believe this fight's impossible to win. The mental game, that aspect of being a trainer, what do you say to Andy? How do you make sure that he remains a believer in himself and on the night fights every minute to win?
We understand it's not impossible. We've seen it happen before. But again, Andy's a different type of fighter. He's in a great state of mind right now, mentally, physically, spiritually. He's in the best shape he's ever been in. And, again, as I said, it's Anthony Joshua, man. He's a pound for pound the best heavyweight in the world. But I believe my fighter, Andy Ruiz, has what it takes to for the big upset come Saturday night.
It's not just a big upset, but it would be a first in boxing history, which is hard to accomplish, being as long as fighting's been around and as long as the history is for Mexicans in the sport. The first Mexican heavyweight champion. What makes Andy Ruiz the guy to be able to do that when no other Mexican could before?
Well, why not? There hasn't been a whole lot of Mexican heavyweights, but why not? Why not? Who's to say we can't do it? We believe that we can, and the most important thing is my fighter believes he can do it. My fighter believes he can pull the upset and has the potential to become a world champion come Saturday night. Why not?
Why not? That's a great mindset to accomplish just about anything that people say that you can't. So hopefully, for your sake and Andy's sake on Saturday night, he does accomplish the impossible. And I can't wait to see that fight unfold this Saturday night at Madison Square Garden, June 1st. Radio Raheem with Manny Robles. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Coach,
brother.
always. Good luck Saturday night.
Thank you.
William Hill sponsors Seconds Out.